Do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's podcast time. Yeah, dig it? The Dynasty Podcast is brought to you by Jube's Family Restaurant. Family owned and operated since 2002. Jube's Family Restaurant's gourmet pizza and fresh food seafood is better than dirty, dirty sex. Get your ass to Jube's Family Restaurant and don't forget to tip your fucking waitress.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the assholes on the Dynasty tonight. That's right. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Dynasty tonight. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like some kind of torture to have to watch the show. And now let's get things started. Why don't you get things started? It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, sexuational. This is what we call the Dynasty Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode number 14 of the Dynasty Podcast, brought to you by Jube's Family Restaurant. As you can hear, Eric and Bubba are not in the studio, and neither are we.
We have our own studio.
Yep, in Brian's apartment.
It's a condo, dick.
This is our court-appointed episode, as you all know from last week. Last year, excuse me. John almost murdered his brother.
I got a little overzealous, and we took over the show. If any of the listeners out there remember, and we wanted to hijack the show and kidnap Eric to get him out to eliminate him as a threat.
There's no threats.
I slit his throat.
Those threats.
Luckily, you guys acted quickly, and we were able to patch up the wound temporarily.
Which changed our
lives, really.
Our sentencing to probation to do this again this year.
Right. We do not want to be here.
No.
But again, we have to, as you said.
We want to be with our families.
I don't.
On this show,
Like my dad.
On this show, we'll discuss what happened in Week 12. We'll analyze the upcoming Week 13. We'll welcome Coach Commissioner Eric Costanza of the Riverdale Scoopers on the coach's interview. And in our interactive segment, we're going to have a little Thanksgiving dinner with you guys. You know, we know you guys are listening with your mem and your pep and your grand-mem and your grand-pep.
And your meemaw.
And your meemaw. Eating some turkey, some cremes.
Potates.
Some gravy.
Gravs.
So we want you guys to tune in, listen in while you're eating that. So just kind of pretend we're there, you know, right?
Yes.
Well, let's do the recap.
Now let's take a look into last week's results. Who kicked some ass? Who sucked?
Last week's results. Who kicked some ass? Who sucked? I love that. That's one of my favorite jingles.
Did you sing that one?
I had a part in it, and that's my belch is obviously me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hate that jingle.
Seriously? You don't like it? Why not?
It scares me.
It scares you? Well, what's your favorite jingle?
My favorite jingle are any of the jingles that Bub does.
Oh, his impromptu.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, they are pretty amazing.
Well, I can say that I think everyone's going to really love the jingle we have in store for the Thanksgiving Day dinner.
Yeah, I can't wait till we bust out that motherfucker.
That's going to be a good one.
Okay, last week's results. It was week 12. It was a pretty important week for a lot of teams. Which, I mean, what isn't really when you think about it? But we'll do the first game, which was the Bubba's appointed game of the week. The Hong Kong Cavaliers. My confidant here, Matt Whiffin's team, at 10-2. He put up 99 points, which was enough to take down my lowly Rapers. I put up 72 points, and I'm now 6-6 at a cool 500, baby.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your division?
Not that good.
No?
No, I'm not feeling that good. I'm not feeling that hot right now. I don't like to put. I wouldn't like to put any blame on injuries. But
you're going to.
I'm sorry.
But you're going to.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna. I got fucked by the injury bug.
You did.
But I still feel like I have a shot because, as we all know, this is majorly luck based.
Absolutely. I'm 10-2, but I'm scared shitless. You know, like I 2 losses in a row, 2 and 3 weeks ago, and now Jayon could totally leapfrog me.
He could totally usurp your current.
He could do it naked, leapfrog with his balls and his dingle just like hitting my cheek while he's going
Something
over me.
Something tells me he doesn't have any dingles though, because he's not a very hairy man.
That's true.
You see his arms?
What do you call a leapfrog if you're Asian? It's got to have its own name. It's not frog. Frog's American. It's got to be like leap panda.
So he might leap panda me to first place. What the fuck? And also, can we just call out somebody?
Absolutely.
On this one?
Anytime, sure.
I'm going to call out Bubsy Bub.
Bubsy.
Mr. Bubba thought we were going to get 300 points and do really well, but we kind of sucked, so fuck him, right, John?
Yeah.
That was a high five.
His bold predictions are so off. He doesn't know shit about shit, okay? And he's being a league villain. Because I still fucking love him, and I think he's awesome.
Nobody thinks he's a league villain.
Yeah, he's a dick.
You want me to go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. So the 6-6 Riverdale Scoopers obviously beat the 1-11 Brutal Deluxe 116-52. You heard that right. Brandon has 7 losses in a row. And also, congratulations for Eric. He led the scoring for the week for the second time this season, which is pretty impressive, I guess, right?
And how, Matt? He's only the second coach to lead the league in weekly points more than once this season. Who also was Will. Will, I believe, is he's Will's a man.
Okay. What do we got for the next game, Brian?
Well, we have the 9-3 Yellow Peril, who took on the Handy Quacks. Yellow Peril defeated them very easily, 108-64. And Yellow Peril is hot. I mean, they are hot.
Red hot.
8 wins in a row, which gives him 2 coaching achievement points.
Boo!
Which I know he needs those points, those achievement points. He loves them.
For like morale, because he has a very low self-esteem.
Yeah. We really need to. Jay Young, you're a nice person. You're a good guy. You don't need to have low self-esteem, man.
Well, the next game was VIP on Swole versus the Pig Newtons. Both 7-5. VIP on Swole took this in 104-97. It was the rematch of Dynasty Bowl Niner, which obviously resulted in the same, with VIP being the victor. Bubba, I wish Bubba was here because he'd be able to just go off on Pig Newtons once again, as he does every week. That's one of the things I look forward to the podcast, is Bubba just hating on Pig Newtons and Phil, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think he still does. Let me just make sure. He still has the least amount of points scored on him. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a correction here. Yellow Peril actually has the least amount of points that's been scored on him.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Can you guys look at that?
Guys, look.
Look at it. Jesus Christ.
He's also lost 3 in a row.
Who?
Phil, sorry, Pig Newtons.
Oh, yeah.
He's lost 3 in a row.
So that's not good.
I don't
But
think-
he's still 7-5. That would still be tied for the division lead in your division.
That's very true.
So you still got a shot, Phil. What else we got here? We got the 7-5 Boston Loggers beating Brian's 5-7 Soul Glow. Now this was the battle of the sellers, but you guys still have decent records, and technically you're both in the race.
But according to Bubba, mathematically, you're still in this.
Who cares? Who cares, guys? Seriously, this is My team is pathetic. Ben, your team is fucking pathetic. I care about your 3 wins in a row or anything that you got going on. It's fucking pathetic. I fucking had an injured player that I started, and you still almost lost to me. I had a lead going into Sunday. You suck.
So you're a sore loser is what you're doing.
Big time.
Okay.
Big time sore loser.
Big time sore loser.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
So that's a franchise record 3 in a row for the Loggers.
Got a hat trick.
Congratulations.
Got a hat trick.
A seller in contention.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You win
Whoa.
Next game.
Next game.
We have the Rockadalian Senators taking on Bubblegum Shrimp. Rockadalian Senators take this 110 to 75. For the first time since D4, Bubba will have a losing season. It's guaranteed. But that's what happens when you trade away rounds 1 through fucking 6.
Yeah. And Will, in his Senators franchise record, he's gotten 6 wins in a row right now. Is there anything that could stop the Rockdalian Senators?
AIDS.
Sure.
AIDS could stop them.
Yeah,
AIDS could stop
Let's
them.
get a shopping list here of what we can do to stop them.
I mean, AIDS got to be number 1, right?
Okay, fine, number 1. That's
AIDS
the
is
easy.
kind of the long
That's
con, guys, because it's
easy.
not going to take him out this season.
That's
If we
true.
give him AIDS, we just won't
He
have
could
to deal
have
with him.
championship after championship.
Look at
Then
Magic
bam,
Johnson.
AIDS dead. Like
Yeah.
he could really win a few before that AIDS gets him.
Yeah, so we got to think of a more short-term solution to our big problem here, which is the Senators.
Yeah, we have a huge problem. I mean, what else could stop him?
A
Injury.
bullet.
Oh,
A bullet
okay.
to
But
the
where?
temple.
Okay.
To the temple.
We
Yeah,
could just shoot him
that's-
with a gun.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll end his life.
It would end his life, but it wouldn't end the team. I'd like to think that someone
that's
would
true. Shit.
take up his team for this season. I'm talking about this season. What would stop him from winning?
And you know what, guys? Bullet won't work because all the buys are done. So it's not like he's gonna have somebody in that's in a buy while he's rotting
Yeah. All right.
in
Matt.
the ground.
All right, Matt.
Because I fucking killed him with a bullet.
All right. Why don't you relax? What about injuries? How about that? How's that for a thought?
Yeah,
Is he-
injuries
is-
to
is-
him
is
when
he-
I fucking kill him with a bullet.
You're still in the playoffs. You're still ahead of the division. Okay, stop it. Right?
I don't think we should give up on this bullet idea that Matt's got. I gotta tell you, I think there's some steam.
What
behind
about a bullet full of AIDS?
it. Whoa! Now we're just getting crazy. I'm in.
All right.
Now, let's take a look into the future with next week's matchups.
So, guys, before we get into next week's matchups,
future.
Yeah, the future. Let's just take a look at the standings first, because we have a couple of races going on here. Some really
We got some
tight,
Asians. We got some Caucasians.
tight butthole. We have a lot of tight butthole going on
You
right
guys
now.
ever see that movie Rat Race?
No.
Jesus Christ. All right.
With John Cleese?
Yes, and Cuba Gooding Jr.
No.
All right.
So what do we want to start? We want to start in the North Riverdale or the South Riverdale?
Let's start in the north.
It's tighter. It's a tighter
one.
butthole.
That's true. We want to go with the tight buttholes here. I like this. I like the fact that VIP, Boston, Loggers, Rapists, and Scoopers are all vying for that one spot. This really might be just one spot. These 4 teams.
It could be. It could be.
You know what I mean?
It could be no
It could be-
spots.
yeah, it could be
Well,
no
this
spots.
division winner gets F.
Yeah, okay, never mind. So, but you're right. The fact that Loggers is still in there just throws a ridiculous monkey wrench into
It's
it.
amazing that he was
The
a
fact
seller.
He's a seller. He's still in it. I don't know what the rest of his schedule looks like. He could actually luck out and still, screw me.
Yep.
For all I know. Again, Scoopers is still in it. We're both sitting cool at 500, and Chris VIP on Swole. He just is a good coach. I'm just gonna give it to him.
That's sweet of you.
You know what, though? I want to say, and not to blow him because he's an asshole, but Bubba, you got to give him credit for what he's actually put together.
I
season.
give him no credit.
I give him credit. Of course you give him
Stop
credit.
it.
You stop it.
he
You
got-
don't tell me to stop it.
Great. Congratulations, Bubba. You're 4-8.
Yeah, congratulations, 4-8. He's not the worst team in the league when no draft picks sitting there like an
had
asshole.
some.
All of his stuff
Yes.
is waiver wire pickups. It's all waiver wire pickups.
You don't know.
guys are
You
so
don't
good.
know shit. Okay.
I'm 10-2. I think I know a little shit.
Oh God. Okay. I remember at the draft being very open with the fact that my prediction about Bubba's team was that he was not going to be.
Oh, wow, good for you.
That actually is pretty good, considering that actually is pretty good, and I'm gonna be right. So fuck you.
Fine, whatever, dude. Great, Bubba. Yeah,
Oh,
great.
yeah, backpedal.
Good job. No, I'm backpedaling. Great job that you're 4-8, asshole.
Wow.
I got issues with Paluchas, all right? Every friggin' YouTube I go on. Oh, Whiffen. Whiffen's gonna suck this year. Oh, we don't give respect to Whiffen. There's something wrong with the YouTube feed because everything sounds like this. Seriously, though. Like, fuck you guys. I'm 10-2.
All right, you're spiteful towards that, and I guess I don't blame you. But you have had, what, 4 seasons in a row of mediocrity.
Yeah, sure.
I
I sell.
Well,
and that's what
hopefully
happens.
this year will
And
finally...
I buy. And I 10-2.
Now it really does feel like Thanksgiving in my house.
Doesn't it?
Because that's how
People
it is
are
with us.
yelling,
And we often yell about the Paluchas.
So North Riverdale, the South Riverdale, that's another good race though too.
Sure it is. I mean, it's not as tight, but it's still cool.
I think it's tight
Well,
though.
I'm not saying it's not. It is tight. I'm just saying it's not as tight as the North.
I think we need to give Brandon some credit here for
Oh,
absolutely
what? Sorry, go on. Ugh, God.
for absolutely screwing himself over for this year and next year.
Oh,
Because he's
yeah,
now 1-11, and
you
he
can get
doesn't
credit
have a
for
draft for next year either. And he even traded away some 2014 picks at some point too.
He does have half my picks, but it's starting from like round 6 on.
If I were to choose right now, who the worst coach in the league is, I would say Brandon fucking McDowell.
That's the
Okay.
guy that played you in what D8
D8.
finals championship.
Got it.
You're still gonna say that?
Sure. I've never really agreed with any of his coaching decisions for the most part.
Is he the new Jeff Gard?
No, I wouldn't insult Brandon that much as to that point.
Okay.
No, but I used to say Will. It's hard to say that after this year, after what he's doing now. But I used to say you can ask Commissioner.
Well, I'll tell you what
later,
about that.
But like
I'll-
I've always said that Will is just the worst coach, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'll hand it back you on that one because he was like that in his draft. He was aggressive, and he's the reason why he's 8-4. It's because of his moves, not because of luck.
Yeah, but guys, he's also been in the league for years. and
Exactly.
This is
This is the one out of one
a
of
broken
two.
clock is right twice a day. That's all I gotta say. And this is pretty sad. Anytime you're getting some of the coaching achievements that Will is after 9 years. I don't know if you should be so proud. Just turn it down a little bit, Will.
Be
a little humble.
It's a good
this
debate.
year.
Well, let's look into the matchups then.
Let's.
The first one I think is a great one. Speaking of Will, he's playing the Scoopers, and Scoop is 5-4 against the Senators. What do you guys think about that one?
This is gonna be I have a good feeling about this game. Just as a fan, really. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Yep.
I mean, Scoopers is still in it. However, obviously, I picked the Senators just because Scoopers' quarterback situation is pretty
tough.
pretty cunty.
It's tough.
But obviously, Senators is just a fucking awesome team. But I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think Senators is gonna blow this one out.
Yeah, it's a good analysis.
Keep in mind, excuse me, just to jump in one more time, that there's no more bye weeks. So
Yeah.
fuck that shit, right?
Yep.
And we all play the last team that you haven't played yet, if that makes any sense.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You started that one.
Yep.
didn't know
Yes,
that.
I did. Yep. Me. That's all me, baby.
Oh, how about the second one though, guys? Fucking.
Can we seriously?
But it's still an important game. Say that?
You can say it,
It's
but
the
please,
pizza-
can we move
Is
on
it the
quickly
pizza
though?
game?
Well, no.
No, it's not because
I think they both got it locked up. I think there's an asterisk on both of those that they get the pizza one. But it's an important game to see who is the shittiest fucking team in the league.
that's very true. Handy Quacks versus Brutal Deluxe. 2-10 Handy Quacks versus Brutal Deluxe. I am gonna actually put my chips.
I'm sorry. Are we still talking about handicaps and brutal X?
Yeah.
All right. Next game is Rapists versus Yellow Peril.
Another great game.
Great game. I mean, we don't have Bubba here to give his bold prediction or to say the game of the week. I'm assuming we'll be able to figure that out on our own. But this is a contender, and I'm not just saying it because this is my team. But this has got huge implications.
You're
Could you
4-1
be out?
against them too.
I know.
Would you say you're out, John?
Ooh.
Lose this?
If I lose this, obviously I'll be below 500. That'll be the mud
With
will
only-
be like above. Will be
I think,
above
though,
nose level.
With
for
what,
me.
2 weeks left, right? 2 weeks left to go after this week.
I think
so
this loss will hurt, but the only thing you got going for you is, number one, you would still have a chance for that division title because your points for are pretty high.
Thank you. Yes.
So you got that going for you if
Yep.
you keep some wins.
Yep. And then going on to the next game, what helps me is the fact that VIP on Swole, the North Riverdale division leader, is facing off against you, Matt, the Hong Kong Cavaliers. So if I can take advantage of him losing that game, if you do a good job coaching.
Yeah, I'll try to do a good job
For
coaching.
me, Matt.
For you.
me.
For you. The next game is another good game. This one coming in is the Loggers and the Newtons, both 7-5. Newtons need 108 points to be the first to hit 15,000 of all time.
Wow.
Doesn't really matter though.
Yeah.
This is a big game though. This is a big game for a wild card berth for both of them. Obviously, Ben could still win the division too. I think the consensus is that'll be really tough for him to do.
I'd like to think that what's right. I don't know how to word this, but I like to think that the fantasy gods will make sure that what's right will happen. They'll right all the wrongs, and Boston Loggers won't actually make it into the fucking playoffs.
We'll see.
We
though.
could say the same thing about the Newtons though.
Yep.
Yes, you could, but at least Pig Newtons isn't a cellar.
And finally, the last game is Bubblegum Shrimp versus Soul Glow. So what do we think is the game of the week?
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
Game of the week prediction. What do we got, Brian?
Oh, mine is in between either VIP on Swole versus Hong Kong Cavs or Scoopers versus Senators, and I am going to go with Scoopers versus Senators.
John. John.
VIP on Swole, Hong Kong.
Oh, you're both wrong. It's Loggers Newtons.
Okay.
Matt, push the
I'm
button
trying
for the
to
coaches.
press the button.
Push the button for the coaches interview.
It's not working.
Hit the jingle. We can't do
come
the
on.
interview without the
I'm
jingle.
done.
Scoop.
All right.
All right. Now it is time. Ba 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 ba. Fucking right, it's time. Ba 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 ba. So grab your balls and let's go. Coaches interview. Here we fucking go.
And now, on the Juice Family Restaurant Coaches Guest Hotline, he is the Dynasty Creator and Commissioner. He is a member of the Dynasty Trading Committee. He is a Dynasty Board member. He is a member of the Power Ranking Association. He is the founder and president of the Riverdale Gazette. He has established Dynasty Production Studios. He is a typical co-host of the Dynasty Podcast. He obtained a perfect commissioner ranking last season. He is the coach of the 6-6 Riverdale Scoopers, Coach Eric Costanza. Eric, hi.
Hello. Hey, Scoop.
He's not on a guest hotline. He's here.
How you doing, Eric?
This is a sham already.
That is true. I'm doing great, and I just want to thank you guys for doing this. This is wonderful, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
And
Well,
we
maybe
thank you for signing the document.
Yeah,
And not
thank
pressing
you for
full charges.
Thank you. Yeah, that was huge because I would not last in prison.
I know you wouldn't.
You're
You're
too
a very
pretty.
gentle lad.
I'm very gentle and
He's very good looking. He's too pretty.
I feel like if I was in maximum security prison, I would just embrace the role. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna fight back.
Nope.
You know,
It's not
let
like
it
some of
happen.
those guys.
just honestly become a fucking woman, right?
It's nerves
Exactly.
and skin.
Either that. There's two options. You either do that. Excuse me, Eric, if you don't mind waiting.
Go
while we discuss
for
this.
it. This is your time. That's actually my time.
Yeah.
You have that option, or first day, you bash someone's face with a lunch tray, and you just eat his head. Everybody. So I'm like, well, no, I'm not fucking with that guy. He just ate someone's head.
I'll do you one better. I hang myself with my pants. Out.
Winner, winner, winner. Boop, boop. Speaking of winner,
Eric Costanza, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, Eric, we have a couple questions for you
Yeah.
that we'd like to know. There's
Sure.
a lot of things that go on here.
I think the listeners like to know too.
Yes.
You guys got some hard-hitting questions, don't you? I can
We
feel
do.
it.
We're
All right.
not going to hold back.
And I want to let you guys know, I'm not going to be offended at all by any questions you may or may not ask. So feel free to just bring it on. I said a couple weeks ago when Zach was starting to call me out a little bit, I welcome that shit. You guys got shit you want to air out, go for it. I'm game. Let's do it.
I will start. So, Eric, you've had some guests on the podcast, some really interesting guests, especially this year, but starting back all the way to, I think, 3 years ago, you started doing guests on the podcast.
Yes.
I was wondering if you had any interesting stories, behind-the-scenes stories, setting this up, like talking to any of the guests, or have you had any fallout or feedback from the guests due to you maybe misrepresenting the fan base that maybe listens to this podcast, or whatever the situation might be?
Yes. Some of you may remember Sister Amy Laura Hall.
Sure.
The nun. that
Yes.
Piece.
Blessed
Hot
us.
piece.
Hot piece of ass. She emailed me. So all right, I'll take you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what Bub and I do. We actually record some, not all, of the interactive segments during the off season.
Whoa. I feel lied to and violated.
I do too.
I thought those were live fucking interviews.
You said you had them
and
on the
you
hotline.
just freaking pulled the carpet from under my feet.
Some of them are live or live to tape. Some of them, most of them, are recorded beforehand. As of this season.
I don't know this anymore. I don't know anyone anymore. Jesus Christ.
So when we recorded the Sister Amy Laura Hall interview during the off season, about a week after that interview, she emailed me and was like, "Hey, can you send me the show? I really want to hear it." So I kind of just didn't respond, and then she sent me another email maybe a week after that, and she's like a nun, so I started feeling bad, and I didn't really know what to do. So I did follow her on Twitter, and then she followed me. So maybe she did hear the show when I tweeted it out, but I just kind of never responded to her.
So you definitely avoided.
I just avoided her
it.
because we made fun of her on the
Yeah.
show. So
yeah.
if we didn't, and we kind of we didn't make fun of her in any way, then I absolutely would have sent her the show.
Sure.
I think I did that with Professor Brendan Dwyer last year, who was on the show. He asked me for it. I sent it to him.
That was a legitimate interview.
But that was
You
a
guys didn't
legitimate
make fun
interview.
of
We
him,
didn't make
so
fun
I guess
of
it
him.
depends.
We send it to Steve Brandano as well.
We sent it to Steve Brandano last year. Mick Foley was another one where I very much had to.
Because he threatened you.
Well, we had to bend the truth, and we had to tell him we were there to promote his stupid comedy show, and we filmed probably about it was probably about a 15-minute interview, and we only put on the air about 8 minutes worth because it was all about his show, which nobody cares about.
Did you send him the full version?
I didn't send him shit.
Oh, 'cause he's coming at you, and he's gonna lock on double arm DDT, and he's gonna deliver it. Then he's gonna slap on the mandible claw.
Johnny C, as you very well know, if Mick Foley gave me a kick to the gut, and then to set it up, and then delivered the double arm DDT, you know how I would take it.
You would take that
perfectly. It would be a handstand.
Yep.
on my head, and then fall, and then a quiver.
Yep. And then you know what? He may not even need to slap on the mandible. He'd probably hook the leg, and then I would slide in out of nowhere for the 3 count.
Right. Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Wait, what happened? Oh, sorry. I have a panda back off of the first question that Brian just asked you.
Okay.
Regarding guests and the feedback and, the last one, Calamity Janet.
Calamity Janet. Yes, Doomsday Prepper.
You guys didn't give her one iota of any credit whatsoever. You guys were totally.
She made some great points.
She did make some great points.
The insurance mention was a great point.
Yeah.
She's like,
I gotta say that I think it was Bubba Moore though.
You bull crap.
No, he was the one that asked the question. This is his first question he asked her, and it was, hey, what if the Armageddon doesn't happen? Are you gonna be upset? Like
in his tone too. He had a very sarcastic tone with her, and you can tell she probably didn't appreciate it.
And she went right back at him though.
No,
Good for her. Good for her.
Because she's dealt with so many Bubbas in her life.
I know, right? Haven't we all? But But you had a little
But
part
you're
in
right.
it too. I mean, my inner conspiracy theorist kind of wants to support her, even though I'm not expecting the apocalypse to happen. I'm not freaking collecting bags of rice and beans right now. But I mean, an asteroid could hit our planet at any time, and we wouldn't fucking know it.
Right.
So what is that? You can't prep for that though.
Sure, you can.
Oh.
He's got a.
You're gonna want it. So what did you want me to do? I mean, I thought I didn't offend her. I wasn't mean. I didn't make fun of her to her face. I did afterwards.
That's my point, though.
Okay.
You guys were definitely sarcastic. Had a sarcastic tone to her, and then afterwards you flat out made fun of her. I was like, oh, come on! Like all she's saying is just better be safe than sorry, right?
You're right.
She pees in jars.
So some of our guests that we have obviously don't have anything or little to do with fantasy football. That obviously being one of them.
Obviously.
And we somehow in each interview, I hope you guys here and the listeners at home can appreciate the fact that we, at least in some little way, even if it's one question,
You
find
throw it in
a
there.
way
Yeah.
to throw in fantasy football in there, even if it's by throwing some of our other fantasy coaches under the fire, like by saying, hey, BTAB Mac Blaster at Twitter just wants to know, hey, Bree Olson, if whoever wins the fantasy championship this year, can that person fuck you? Like we find a way to bring shit in that's fantasy related.
That's a great
Life
way
finds
to
a
end
way.
end this question. Can we get to some real questions about the scoops?
Yeah, because my question was
Sure.
fucking faggots.
Whoa.
I got another one for Scoops here. So, I was just curious, Eric. Your team,
Yes.
6-6,
Yeah.
struggling a little bit this season. Had some close games. How do you view your position going forward? Do you think you're in a good place? Are you a little bit nervous? And how do you view maybe the future of the Scoopers going into next season?
Question, please.
Yeah, that's a great question, Brian, and thank you for asking it. Thank you for being who you are, and looking the way you do. Because,
you.
Damn. Okay, I'm trying not to say this in a cocky way, but I am a winning franchise from a regular season standpoint. So I am used to being in contention in this point of the season. With that said, I actually like the players on my team, I think, better than even last year. I look at my team and I'm like, I should have a better record. Now, obviously, I have the second hardest schedule, which is part of fantasy. I'm not blaming anyone or anything or any fantasy gods, but it is what it is, and I do have the second hardest schedule. But I think Bubba actually in his power rankings said it best. I have as good a chance of making the playoffs as a team coming back from 24-0. I got a puncher's shot. I do play VIP in the final week.
Big game.
Yeah, I do play the Loggers in next week, not this upcoming week, the week after that. And I obviously play, Will this week. So
Huge games.
I have a lot of the game that killed me was losing to Bubblegum Shrimp a couple weeks ago. That really hurt, and that may be my demise. But I think I got a shot. And as far as the future of the Scoopers, I think I'm in a good position next year as well. And I think I've proven that I'm going to compete year in and year out and lose in the first round of the playoffs.
That's good. Well, I'm gonna switch it up to the commissioner tip.
Let's go on the commish side.
Commish
things.
tip?
Yeah, because we're talking to two people right now.
Yep. He is two people.
Wait, hold on. Brandon thinks literally that I am two people. So hold on. I'll be right back. Let me go get Commissioner Scooper. I'll be right back.
So guys,
Hey guys, this is Commissioner Scooper. Hey.
Wow, Commissioner Scooper, you look so different. Where
that
did you
was
get
too
that
quick.
top hat and monocle?
You look rested. So what I want to know, I got two questions for you, with two parts. Is that two-parter?
Just ask it.
Okay. Name us one thing
Yeah.
that you feel needs to be improved in the league.
Do you want to answer that, or you want to ask your second question and then?
Don't tell me what to do.
No, I'm
All right.
just
So the
asking.
second thing is,
No, I want to.
Dave.
I want to
No,
answer.
now I'm gonna say it because now it's
First thing
awkward.
Then
to
I'm gonna forget
improve,
the first-
asking two-part questions
Yes.
is much better.
I'm
Yes.
gonna forget the first question.
Okay, fine. All right, then answer. What
Okay,
needs to be
okay.
improved? What,
Uh,
be honest.
Okay.
This is your time to shine right now.
what needs to be improved.
Don't
Be
blow
the league.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be afraid of
Yeah.
offending anybody.
Yeah.
So this may cost me my perfect commish ranking.
Well, that's up to you to decide.
You weren't
And
gonna
that-
get that again. Let's be honest.
You're probably
that was a
right.
fluke.
You're probably right. But that has to do with my answer.
Okay.
I will say that I was a little.
Come on.
I was a
Come on.
little. Not even at the time. I actually thought of it like 2 weeks after the draft. I'm like, wait a second here. I would have appreciated one little speck of, hey, by the way, guys, let's give it to our commissioner who we all really wouldn't be here if it weren't for him, and he got a perfect commission rank last year. It's obviously all fun and bullshit and stupid, but good job, Eric. I would have appreciated that from somebody. I know you guys all feel that way, and but you asked me the question when I answered it. I think maybe a little bit more just appreciation to me as a commissioner.
Vocal appreciation.
Sure. Other than that, I think we're at a really good place, and we have a mid-season hangout. We have a bunch of stuff going on in the league. We're obviously well ahead of the curve when it comes to fantasy leagues. And I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Good, because I asked for one.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So the next
You did,
question
you're right.
I had was, so how about this? Let me switch it. One thing you personally, Commissioner, thinks you need to. Well, let's start over again. One thing you think you need to improve upon as a commissioner.
Yeah, I
There's
think
always room for improvement.
absolutely,
Right? So-
absolutely. I think that is probably delegating better, and I've gotten better at this. Some of you, John, you probably remember. You've been a member of the league since the beginning, so you may remember.
Since the Big Bang, sure.
Since the Big Bang, sure. Not acting on raw emotion right away. So if something happens and I and I respond right away.
Taking a
a step back, maybe commencing with other people.
You
and,
ask other people's opinions now, and that's good.
Right,
Yes.
right. But I think I can still work on that as well.
Good. Good answer. What was that?
Somebody just got murdered.
It sounded like
I don't live in a safe place.
sounds like a half cat, half baby.
It's a
What
cat
is that?
baby.
I doubt it's picking up on the microphone anyway.
Well, it doesn't. I'm sure the listeners will believe us.
Okay.
What we're talking about right now. There's a terrible sound coming from another room.
It's a good thing that we're not sponsored by Tom Bergwitz Trucking here, because they may pull the plug.
Anyway, let's
All right,
go to
well,
the Twitter question,
Yeah,
right, John?
let's
good
commence
old
the
Twitter.
Twitter questions. So these are questions that we received via Twitter.
Twitter, gotcha.
Twitter.
Yep.
Twitter.
Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so the first Twitter question is from Addicted to Diapers.
At addicted.
At Addicted to Diapers, whatever. I'm not.
Well, you gotta go find them. If
Was
you want
that
to find
is that a
addicted to diapers, you gotta say
hashtag? Well,
at.
what, I don't know what hashtags and ats are. So
Well, that's easy. They're A's with circles.
I think they're cool. I like the ampersand.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so first question, Scooper, Eric, you recently did some defense hoarding. Last week or 2 weeks ago, when Zach did the same thing with quarterbacks, you got into that quote-unquote league hates me mentality. And on the podcast, you said this is one of those things where if I did it, everyone would hate me. Do you have anything to comment about that?
Yes, absolutely. I completely disagree with at diapers.
Addicted to diapers.
Zach and you can't compare what Zach and I did, because Zach literally picked up quarterbacks, 5-6 quarterbacks, and to take up every spot on his bench. I picked up the Denver defense because they're playing in cold weather cities the next few games. I also have the Kansas City Chiefs defense, who I made a trade for, so I'm not going to drop them.
And they're a very good defense.
Yes, and I also they have been, and I also picked up Miami for this week. I have 3 defenses on my team, one of which I'm starting, so I don't think I'm hoarding defenses at all.
Okay. I mean, I guess 3 defenses is kind of a lot for a standard team, but based on those
But the bye weeks
explanations-
are done.
Yep.
The injury, I'm not having any other than Aaron Rodgers. It's not. I'm not doing this to prevent anyone else from having them. I'm doing them because I'm either using them now or in the future.
Gotcha.
If this was the show Hoarders, your house would be stuffed with defenses and old dirty diapers.
And that's unhealthy, and I think it's
And we're just trying to help you out.
Thank you.
It's time for an intervention.
Clean your fucking house.
I will say that my defenses I get the worst defense and worst league rank in defense. I've been terrible with my defenses. Matt, you've been great. You've been basically picking up a every week, and it's been working out for you. I've been picking up, if you look back, I've been picking up defenses that you think are going to have good games. CBS projects them to have 8 to 12 points every game. Last week I had -1. The week before that I had 0. I'm completely miffed with defenses, which is another reason why I'm picking a bunch up and just hoping one of them works out.
That's all you can do.
All right, so we got a second Twitter question. This is from @BornInAToilet. Scoops, if another coach who currently does not have a championship were to win this year, who would you want or not want the most to win? I guess it's either you can do both. Is there someone you really want to win, or someone you really don't want to win?
So I'm sorry. So if
God damn
if a
it.
team who does not currently have a title wins the title this year,
Yeah.
Which one would you want to win the most, and which one would you not want to win the most?
okay.
@BornInAToilet. Come on. I know it's 140 characters, but you know.
I think I guess I would want Will to win the most this year, who doesn't currently have a title, just because he's been in the league the longest, other than that doesn't have a title.
Now let's give him a medal.
And I don't know. I guess he would deserve it because he really just went balls out this year, and he hasn't done anything bad that would make me not want him to win the title. I think he would deserve it. And who would I not want to win would probably be Bubba, only because obviously he's not going to win this year, but probably because him and I have a little rivalry and
You guys have a thing.
we have a thing going. And
You'll continue that rivalry for very long.
I think so. I think so too. And yeah, I guess and also because I know how much he doesn't want me to win, so that in turn just makes me not want him to win.
Gotcha.
All right, so this final Twitter question is from @FistedByGod. Econ, if you could make a deal with the devil where you won the championship this year but had to give up your commissioner duties forever, would you do it, knowing that no one would be able to pick up your slack and would have to endure someone else running it worse than you ever did?
Great question, and I'm going to answer this honestly. No, I would rather. I really do enjoy being commissioner more than anything else in this league, which the podcast has a lot to do with it, which is more of a recent thing within the last few years. I really enjoy doing that with Bub, and I don't think I would pass that up just to win one title 1 year and then see the league go to shit, because we all know that Bub is my apprentice, and he would take over hopefully if I was assassinated or if I got impeached or whatever happened.
Don't you mean when you're
Oh,
assassinated?
right. But I think Bub has a long way to go to. If you were to really take over the league, I think the league would turn into like a standard fantasy league.
I was gonna say it'd be like Thunderdome. It'd be all balls out. No, it would be no rules.
Well, that too, right? There'd be no rules. He would play the fence and not make any real decisions because he don't want to hurt anyone.
Wow, it's
Call
gonna be awkward next week.
Call out City!
Woo! Hey,
It'd be nice.
we all have things to work on. He has things he needs to work on,
Apparently everything.
especially as the commissioner apprentice. And I think one of those things is to make the hard decisions, which we talked about a couple weeks ago, and he agrees that's one of the hard things about being a commissioner. Luckily, no one else has to really endure that other than me. So I think that would be something he would have to work on if that day ever came. But no, Brian, I would pass up a title if that meant to never be commissioner.
Interesting.
Very. Scoober, you shave your chest, right?
I don't in the winter.
Well, of course you don't, but I just
In the summer months.
so I kind of just wanted to get it out there. This is kind of like a know your
Save my balls too. You want to see them?
No,
Okay.
unless you want to,
We
but
trust you.
yeah, we trust you. I'm concentrating on most
Trust
of the
balls.
chest. The
Just
chest.
chest region.
The chest for
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a know your commissioner kind
Ooh.
of thing. So like a lot of people probably don't know that about you. So you shave your chest, obviously not in the winter for warmth purposes. So when it's warmer out, weather-wise, weather-wise, and you shave your chest. I just want to say, what's your technique? Do you go completely to the skin?
Do you start from your forehead and just go all the way down?
Great question. Do you go into grain? Are you careful around the nipples?
Okay, so here's the answer to the question. I first of all, I shave my head separately from all other parts of my body. I don't like hair, and
it is stupid, isn't it?
I'm Italian. I have a lot more hair than I would have wanted if I could have chosen, but I can't. So therefore, I choose to remove it in the summer months.
There is laser.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go through all that.
We do have lasers now.
I take an electronic razor and I get rid of most of the hair that way, and then I bake my chest. Okay. And I go against the grain, and I am very careful of the nips, and I also trim my armpit hair. So this all started when we started wrestling, by the way.
No, I know. So
wrestling each other or wrestling for school?
Oh, wrestling each other.
Each other. Right. So armpit hair. I forgot that you do that and that you started that. Can you? I mean, obviously you're totally open to talking about this. So why don't you talk about that too? That's a whole different part of the body.
Well, I just have a lot of it, and I don't like it, so I just trim it a little bit, and I think the wife appreciates it, and I think that I appreciate it because I don't have weird, all long, stupid hair, and I put deodorant on, it gets cotton in there, so I don't shave my armpit hair.
You just trim
I'm a man here. I'm a man. I keep my armpit hair.
I understand that.
Man.
So don't accuse me of being a faggot here.
I don't think anybody said that.
And I don't think anybody really would mind.
If
being
you
homosexual.
were a faggot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can we stop dropping the F-bomb here?
Well, listen,
Why can't
we're R-rated. We are R-rated.
Well, listen, speaking of homosexuals, we have an interactive segment right now from Scooper's...
Great segue.
Thank you. From Scooper's Challenger this week, the Rockdalian Senators. Coach
William Q. DeYoung.
Will, let's have it. Let's hear it.
This is your local senator, and this is just to inform you that enjoy your win and your high score, because next Monday you're going to be crying in that little just bitch closet of yours as my team absolutely just destroys you and crushes what little playoff hope you have.
Alright, so what we were saying before about Will, we were basically singing his praises, and that kind of, I hate the cockiness. You know,
yeah.
When you have something good.
It's a kiss of death.
The way I was in D8, you know,
you were humble.
My team was obviously one of the best.
Chris was humble last year.
Chris was humble too.
Brian,
Brian's got
the edge.
Brian's got a bit of a tood.
I think I remember he won one year. I think. Did he win? I think he did.
Well,
Brian,
listen. I was humble when I won. I was not humble after I won.
Oh,
that's completely different.
Big difference.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't just be like what Will just did. Because for all we know, he may not even make the fucking playoffs, and he just throws that shit out there.
What's up with the comment about your closet?
Yeah, what is he talking about?
I'm not sure.
Do you have a bitch closet?
Is he an interior decorator?
Nope.
Guys, I don't have a bitch closet. I think it's adorable that Will, he's finally good 1 year, so he thinks he can be all big and bad and talk trash. Something that we regularly do all the time, but he's never good, so he hasn't done it in like an era. So, Will, you know what? You have a good team. You do. I've been saying it all year. I'm envious of how good your team is. At least.
And your closets.
Right. And you know what? You have a lot of good matchups this upcoming week. Romo against Oakland, Adrian Peterson against Chicago, AJ Green against San Diego. I mean, when I think about these matchups, I think about, John, you were there. You know the Riverdale-Rockdale games that we used to have, the football games back in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade-ish?
Of course, I'm always grateful that you allowed me to partake in those games.
And I was grateful that you were to be accepted.
Partaken.
I was usually on the sidelines, but that's fine.
Yeah, you had your day in the sun.
Yes, I did.
You had your day in the sun.
Yes, I did.
For those of you that don't know, real quick, basically, we got a group of friends together, and we would, at Riverdale Park, and we would have an annual football game. And it was for bragging rights. It was November. It was like when it was cold and
everything. It was a
everything.
tackle football game.
It was a tackle
we didn't
football
have
game.
pads.
Exactly.
All right.
Phil was usually the quarterback on the other team, and I was typically the quarterback on the quote-unquote Riverdale side. And, I would survey the field, and I would see maybe Will playing on the Rockdale team on cornerback, lined up against a Johnny C., lined up against a former Dynasty coach, Joe St. Dennis. God damn it, would I then give Johnny C. a little wink, hey, slant pattern. Or Joe, hey, stop and go.
Yeah. and it was never an issue.
It was
because-
Wait, you
never
were
an
able to
issue.
say that with a blink?
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
it's a non-verbal communication thing that's going on.
It's 3 winks for a slant.
Exactly.
4 winks for a stop and go, if I'm not mistaken.
And I'll tap your
Those
ass.
were the Milbury rules.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, and it was never an issue for us to complete the play. Because
Never.
Will was
not
always
only will
probably,
we complete the play, we're talking about at least an 80-yard touchdown every single
because
time.
I would always be able to outrun Will by maybe
13 to 14 yards
Sure.
at a time. And that's probably how Peterson feels, against Chicago and the aforementioned players I mentioned earlier. So, Will, good luck to you. But you know what? I got a puncher's shot here, and we'll see what happens. Yes, continue. We're still going here.
Oh, we are?
Oh,
Is this
Are
gonna
you
be on the
letting me
podcast?
go?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was ended.
yeah. You
I don't like the
fuck out of here.
The coach doesn't usually.
Oh,
end
okay.
the
Well,
interview.
thank you, Eric, for
Thank
joining
you so
us
much
on
for
our
joining
show,
us, Eric,
and thank
on
you
this
for not
podcast.
pressing
So
charges
you could do that,
when I slit your
and also
fucking
be
throat
on there
last
on the
year.
call. So when
Oh,
you call, we
God.
actually get the interview.
AIDS bullet.
Now, the Dynasty Podcast brings you an interactive and likely ridiculous segment with borderlines on actual legit media. Buckle up your fucking seatbelts for the Dynasty Podcast interactive segment.
So in this interactive segment, since it's a Thanksgiving holiday theme podcast, we thought we'd have a little Thanksgiving dinner with you guys. So Brian was nice enough to set up a nice little Thanksgiving Day table with all the fixins.
All the
Thank you,
trimmings.
Brian.
You're welcome.
Turkey's almost ready, guys.
Oh, and John's
Oh.
cooking up some meat.
It's gonna be delicious. I can't wait.
Make sure you got your napkins ready.
We got those. We got all this stuff ready. Now, guys, and girls that are listening to this podcast, put this on while you're with your mem and your pep, with your family.
Don't forget your Mima.
So, and just put it on in the background. It'll be like we're there, eating your grub too. But except this time, we got a little treat with Johnny's food. I'm sorry, you guys don't get that, right, guys?
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be gross. I can already.
Oh,
smell
I
it.
think it's gonna be delicious.
It
I'm already
smells
having some
gross.
of this delicious. I think it's cranberry, or it could be blood. I don't know.
You guys have already eaten your bananas, right?
Yes.
Oh, I've had bananas. We've had plenty.
We had
of
the banana
bananas, John.
stew. We had the banana pie. Fuck's sake, John. Anyway, so this is nice.
Yes, this is really nice. I'm really glad that you guys are here. And guys, when I think about it, I'm gonna go around right now and do something that we like to do in the Tavolieri household. I'll say something.
How
that,
many?
like,
Don't you have 2 Tavolieri households though? Did you do them both of them because your parents are divorced?
Yeah, my dad left.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not done. My dad left. I don't know where he is. If you guys see him, you let him know. Come on.
Yeah, we'll let them know, buddy.
I hear tell it's your fault.
John, come on,
It
man.
was kind of my fault.
Anyway, I rudely interrupted you. Your parents
No,
were
my-
divorced, and
My
sometimes
parents
you
are
do some
divorced,
stuff.
and sometimes we do stuff at one house that we don't do at another. But I'd like to do something that we do at one of the houses, okay? And that's what we're all thankful for. So why don't we go around?
Oh, just that.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a Dynasty theme thing?
That I agree completely.
Capital idea, boys.
Yeah, John, come sit down. That turkey's not.
The turkeys. We got about 5-10 minutes. I can sit down for a little bit. Sure.
Great. All right, I'll start. How about I'll start it off?
You started off.
Well, I am thankful for Brandon's hard work at creating a Dynasty website that will be completed just in time for my children to use. Oh.
That's very
Very
true.
nice of you, Matt.
Thank
Very
you.
nice of you to say
It's
that,
very nice of
Brandon.
Brandon to hopefully get something done. Yeah.
It would be
Very
nice.
yes. I'm thankful for his slackerness.
Yeah.
I have one.
Sure.
I'm thankful for the fact that Zach hasn't raped anybody this
yeah.
year yet.
Yeah.
Well, except for that one time he did rape Chris.
yes.
But I'm thankful he raped Chris because that taught Chris a lesson not to go out wearing those jeans.
Important lesson. He had it
Important
coming.
lesson.
He had it coming.
He was asking for it. Let's
Yes.
be honest, guys.
Oh, absolutely. He was looking red hot in those tight jeans. If I can go.
Sure, please.
Brian, do you mind passing those potatoes? Those
Here are
are
the
great.
taters. Here are the taters.
Oh God. Anyway, so I'd like to say that I'm actually thankful that Will was able to find a state so close by that allows unregistered child molesters to live in.
That's very true.
Great state of Connecticut.
Yes, I don't know if he could have found anywhere in the Union, right, guys?
But he
Maybe
found it
Hawaii.
right next to Massachusetts, where he can rape kids
Exactly.
and get away with it. You will get caught, though. All right. Well, what else do I got? You know what? We know who I forgot.
Pass the salt, John.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, you just dropped a little. Good luck. You got something with it.
Make a wish.
Got in my eye!
So I'm thankful that Jay Young convinced his cousin to stop his nuclear arms program.
Oh my God.
We're all in a safer place because of him.
Yes, and yes we are.
He is related.
They're all related.
Well, they certainly all look alike. I think we can all agree on that.
And how?
Brian, can you pass the mashed... Oh, no, John, you got him. Can I have the mashed potatoes, please?
Sure thing, friend.
Can you hand them to me, please?
Sure thing.
You know, guys,
Can you hand them to... Thank you.
I have another one that I just want to say. I'm really thankful that, Coach Scoop and Coach Bubba, still feel arrogant enough to criticize other teams while having no championships between either of them.
That you can be thankful for.
I think it takes a lot of chutzpah on their part, and I'm thankful that they have that.
Yep.
I'm thankful that we actually don't know what Ben Green did to put himself in the witness protection plan.
Yeah.
With his boring name and his quiet demeanor, he clearly has a past that we should not know about.
Yeah, I'm glad. Ignorance is bliss.
Yes, I would rather just not know.
Speaking of bliss, these potatoes are delectable.
Thank you very much. I put a lot of elbow grease into those tates.
I can really taste the elbow grease.
That's good because I use my elbows to mash the tates.
That's probably why they're so good.
Guys, did we leave anyone out?
Phil?
Yeah, Phil.
I'm sorry. Did we leave anyone out that matters?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice.
Now, let me get the turkey.
Ooh, yum.
Here comes the bird.
Alright, boys. I hope you get fucking rump for some turkey! They're stuffed with bananas. While I serve this fine banana stuffed turkey with my friends here, I'd also like to say that I'm thankful that the overwhelming spirit and embodiment of hate doesn't completely take control over my body. Yet.
We're thankful, buddy.
I will drink to that. That's,
Bon appetit! Just start eating. Everyone's eating.
This is
John, this is out of this world.
unbelievable.
It's good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I'm glad you like it.
Aw, thanks, man.
You guys are you dark meat or white meat guy?
I'm white.
I gotta
Definitely
lie, I'm a dark meat guy.
You're a dark meat guy? Well, okay. I've always been a dark meat guy too. This is probably a reason why you guys like this so much. That's Jeff Guard.
What?
Yeah, Jeff Guard, my cousin. He used to be in the league.
We know who Jeff Guard is.
You're feeding us a human being.
Yep, took his life. Now I cooked him, and now we're eating him.
Huh. Okay. That's disgusting, John. I'm outraged. I don't want to think of Jeff being stuck in a cage, pooping all over himself, and eating his own feces and doing
that's disgusting.
This is gross, John.
Oh no, I no argument there, but please don't fret on that. He's totally cage free. I've served nothing but organic grains during his time in my let's call it area. So no worry about that.
Oh, okay. Then this is awesome. This is unbelievable,
job.
John. Great job.
Yummy in my tummy.
And you made the world a better place.
And how?
Well, guys, now that we're finishing up, I'm going to clear these plates out of the way, and we'll take care of
Jeff
these.
Guard
Thank you, boys.
good eating.
Yeah, it was good, man. I'm glad he's dead, too. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we play a little game?
That's a great idea. We can digest. We play the game. We digest our food before dessert.
I thought digesting the food was the game.
No.
I already started.
Well, since this is the Dynasty Podcast, I Get a little game. It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty game.
Is it that right there?
Yeah,
that's
right there.
Dynasty. Look at that. Dynasty-related catchphrase.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's a little device I found on the internet.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Hey, Matt. How do you play?
Well, it's pretty simple. John, want to explain?
Sure thing, John. Matt. Well, basically, the way catchphrase works is I'm going to be holding this electronic device that you found on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm going to hit the start button, and on the electronic device screen, it's going to pop up a Dynasty/fantasy football related term or phrase. I am charged with the task to try to make you gentlemen guess it. Now, I obviously can't say any of the words on the screen. I have to try to, try to make you guys guess it without any physical actions. This is not charades here, okay? Once you guys have guessed the word, I pass it on to Matt. Matt then does the same thing. He passes on to Brian.
What do I do though?
Then you're going to do the same thing, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if it keeps going, then you're going to pass it back to me. We're going to keep going back around. Now there is a timer on this device. Once the timer goes, we all die.
Jesus Christ!
No. Hold on. Oh, you didn't get the pro version. You fucking cheapo. All right. So no, basically once the timer runs out, the buzzer hits. Whoever is holding the device last loses. And anyone who's not holding the device last in that round gets a point.
Oh, that's sweet.
Let's do this fucking shit. Good idea, Matt.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Go.
Oh God. Okay, it's my turn. Here we go. All right. So this is This is where we induct special things into.
Dynasty Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a player that you use for the first round of the draft.
Keeper.
Yep.
This is what we're doing right now.
Podcast.
Yep.
Okay. This is what we did at Jillian's.
Hand jobs.
What we
Brian
did-
wasn't there. We drank. We watched the game.
What was it called?
It's a hangout.
What was the
Dynasty
event?
hangout.
The full event hangout.
The Dynasty hangout.
It was not in the front or the begin. Not in the front or the end of the season, but it was in the
Mid-season hangout.
Yes.
Okay. This is a soft, foamy thing that you use on.
Nerf.
Yes.
Oh, Brian, you fucking pussy!
You're a pussy. You're a pussy.
You got the last
You
one.
are a pussy. You're a pussy.
Pussy.
I didn't take
That's the name of the game,
the
motherfucker.
name of the game. I thought it was catchphrase.
Oh, well,
It's Brian's a pussy?
Yeah.
yes, it is now. You win.
Oh, we gotta start again. I didn't even press it.
These people sponsor this season of the Dynasty.
Juice Family Restaurant.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, so these are the deities that.
Fantasy gods.
Yes.
Okay. This guy is a CBS analyst. He was on the podcast.
Jimmy Eisenberg.
No.
What's his
Oh
name?
my God.
Fred
One of the
Eisenberg.
Ted.
Jim Eisenberg.
Rich Richardson.
Rich Eisenberg.
Rich.
Jesus Christ,
Rich
guys.
Rosen.
Do a better job with trying to make us guess it,
Richard
Matt.
Rosen-
The other guy besides Jesse.
Tom Richards. Tom.
Richard
Chris-
Rosenblatt.
This is
Dave
pathetic.
Richards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this was misspelled by Bubba in one of the...
Smith.
Steve Smith.
Yep.
Shit.
Wish you didn't do that.
No. This is me and Matt are in this association.
Hand job
and
association.
Power
of
rankings.
America.
Yes. You fucking piece of shit.
That is not. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Who's a pussy
yeah,
now?
yeah,
The
it's
new
a
game. The
pussy,
new name of the
yeah,
game is
pussy.
Matt's a pussy.
Fine. Shit. Do I go now?
Go.
This is something that Eric will never win.
Hand job.
The Dynasty Bowl Championship.
Close.
The Dynasty Bowl. The
No.
Dynasty
The
Championship.
Dynasty
The
Championship.
What is? Thank you.
Trophy. Sure.
All right, this happens once a year. And
My period. Sorry, my menstrual period.
Menstrual period.
Well, this is actually, it's a cutoff when we can no longer...
The trade deadline.
There you go.
Okay, so this could possibly be me. It's definitely Brian, because we've only won the Dynasty Championship.
One hit wonder.
The middle word is different.
Stevie Wonder.
Okay. It's
One
12
one
months,
trick
12
pony.
months in a
1 year
season.
wonder.
Thank you. Your turn.
Okay, a lot of people call Eric this sometimes.
Nazi.
Yeah, what kind of?
Oh, well, there's only one kind of Nazi.
Commish Nazi.
Yep. What does that mean? Does that mean he wins or
No, you were holding the
You're
goddamn thing.
the one holding it last. You're the fag.
I don't like this game. I don't want to stop. Oh, it's going on again!
Keep going.
This is a place that apparently you guys live that I think is fictional. Eric's...
Riverdale.
Yes.
This is
Middle
what
Earth.
I always ask the DTC to do to trades.
Veto.
Yep.
Oh, okay. This is what Eric is borderline obsessed with getting 100% of.
Commission rating.
You're missing one word
Stevie
in
Wonder.
in between. When you're
Commissioner
Commissioner
perfect
rank,
rating.
Commissioner rank approval? Commissioner approval ranking.
yes, you got it, Brian.
Ranking of
Matt's
commissioner-
turn.
This is an old sponsor.
Tom Berkowitz. is
Nope.
talking.
Old sponsor.
Harry's Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. This is somebody who's not on a team.
Free agent.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, this is when you're. Oh, I was gonna get
You're
that
the
one!
pussy!
Now you're
I'm not the
the
pussy
I'm
anymore!
not the pussy.
This
I haven't
game
been the pussy
is
for a
so
long time.
tiring. I don't ever want to do this again. Oh no! It's going on again!
Okay. Oh god. This is when you get extremely offended.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Okay, this is a separate part of the league that you can still win money from. Every week you
Pick'em
have
challenge.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is a shitty cable company.
Oh, Charter.
Mm-hmm.
God. All right. This is All right. So not one, not two.
3.
Okay, that's the first word.
3, got it.
Ninja.
No,
3
Brian.
Ps.
No. Okay, so you got the first word. All right. This is when you have a transaction between two other.
Three-way
coaches.
trade.
Thank you, Matt. Your turn.
This is a horrible moment in our league's history.
Matt's
Any
annual
game.
Yep.
period. Okay, this is something that I won't make this year.
You're not gonna win this game.
You
because you're
won't
holding.
make a victory.
You're not
I don't know
shit.
what that means. Guys, I'm really tired from this, though. I don't want to do this. Oh, my God.
Brian's turn
Oh
still.
man, why? Oh, this person would be my wife if she didn't have such a
Bree
jump
Olsen.
pass. Thank you.
Bree. All right. So this is what we write our players that we pick. In
What?
Not okay. I can't say the word, so this is tough.
That's
All right.
the game.
Before the season starts, when we're at the Heritage Park Clubhouse, what is that?
Draft.
Yes.
jobs.
What do we write our players on the
Draft
wall?
board.
Thank you.
All right. Some of the teams are this, and some of the teams are this. You either
Contender.
think
Quiz?
Contenders
Not
and pretenders.
yes.
Contenders.
Okay, this is the best player on my team right now.
Oh, what the hell's his
Oh
name?
God!
He's a kicker.
There's no way.
Oh, that's
You got it. You got it, John.
Wait,
Suck
did
it.
you say it?
He
it's
said
a kicker.
kicker.
That means
Oh,
he's
it's just
pussy
kicker.
again. Okay, that was fun, guys. I don't
Yeah,
want to do
no,
this.
fun.
Oh my God!
Does this thing run out of batteries? Where did you get this thing from? Hell?
Maybe.
All right. This is he was interviewed on the Dynasty Podcast a few weeks ago, and he is the most jacked referee in the history
Ed
of sports.
Hockley.
Thank you.
This is something you get before you. No, I didn't get that right. You get this if you do something wrong in the league.
Warning.
Oh, warning.
This is a communist rag that goes out on a quarterly basis.
Riverdale Gazette.
Yep.
All right. This is the company that our site
Don
leagues-
Berkowitz, Trucking.
This is the company that our league
CBS.
site. Thank you.
This is where we do the draft.
Heritage Park. Heritage Park Clubhouse.
Yep. You got it.
Thank you. Get it.
So that means Brian.
No, this is bullshit.
Can we get a?
This is bullshit. All right.
I don't know.
This is
what
like the
ruling
fourth
is.
fucking time.
Guys, I'm really tired of. Oh no!
Oh shit! Wait, Brian's turn.
Oh, all right. This is something that none of us will play in this year.
I'm not saying that.
I don't know what it is.
I'm not doing it.
I don't know what it is.
Fine, it's something that you guys might play in.
The Dynasty
It's a
Bowl.
Dynasty Bowl. We may play together, Matt.
Shut up.
You won't.
My turn. All right. So. Okay. This is the
Wendy Williams.
3 words. All right. This is the player that you choose to have.
Darius Hayward Bay.
This is the player that you
That's
choose
3 words.
to have on.
Keeper.
Thank you, Matt. The second word is.
Keeper selection show.
Thank you, Brian.
Jesus.
Wow.
All right. Bubba is this.
A good man. Bubba is a good young boy.
Sure.
He's got a lot of short.
But what is he? Compared to Eric? What is he?
Better.
No, I'll take that one.
More handsome.
It was Commissioner Apprentice, but that's right.
Oh, but you still have this. You still have it in your hand. So you lost that.
Such a bullshit game. I don't want to.
Oh, is it a bullshit game because you're losing?
How does this keep going? Oh shit! This is something that I make, and I make the wrong ones all the time.
Poop.
And I always should be picking
Decisions.
up other players, but
Waivers.
Yeah.
Waiver wire
but
pickups.
what type of thing is it? So it's a waiver, but it's a waiver.
Priority.
Waiver priority list. Waiver transaction.
No, if I was a minor and I was digging for gold, I would put a blank on the land.
Is it a waiver claim?
Yes.
Waiver claim. I got it. That was me. All right. This is our only Asian coach in the league.
Will.
Ben Green.
He might be Asian.
Okay.
Ben Green looks really Asian.
This is the 100% Korean guy.
I
He's
heard
like
his-
6
Young,
feet.
fine.
I heard
that's
his
fine,
name was
that's
Ben
fine.
Young Kim before he joined.
What are we
Which
talking
is
about
Dash.
right now? What's the?
Ben Young Kim.
No, the. Ugh.
All right, so we got one more round left. Let's do a scoring update, please. Let me see what we got here. All right, so it is. Oh boy, it's tight. But all right, Brian has 6.
I don't even know how to score this game.
Maddie has 5, and Mimi's got 7. That means I'm winning, guys, because I have the most points.
One more. Ready?
This happens sometimes when one guy gets a really good deal and the other guy
Trade rape.
Yep.
This was our sponsor from last year.
Shit.
Garbage
Something
removal.
with
Tom
a-
Berkowitz.
Tom Berkowitz, what, Matt?
Trucking.
Thank you.
This guy is a really big fan of Bubba. He may have invented a product called Nerf.
Ren Geyer.
Ren Geyer.
This guy is Eric's hero.
Chad Henne.
The Rock.
No, he's got only one leg now, and it's not a good one. It's a bad one.
What?
He used to play for the Patriots. He's a wide receiver.
David Givens.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all I have. It's I don't think I did wrong.
You deserved what you got. And
There
you
was
got
no
everything
more.
you
There was no
deserved.
more words left on the
You
thing.
deserved what you got, and you got everything you deserved.
So what does that
You
mean?
don't know shit.
That means I lost.
It means I'm
Brian
a winner.
got 7, I got 6, and you got
7. That's a
7.
7, Matt. So me and Brian tied.
and I lost.
Ty's
yeah,
like
we-
kissing your brother.
This game sucks. I should
Well,
have never got on the internet.
I think I won because I mean it was 7-7-5, but I won. So
I agree.
That was this week's Dynasty Podcast interactive segment.
Hey, this is gonna wrap up episode number 14 of the Dynasty Podcast. I'd like to thank the Commissioner Eric Scooper Costanza for being on the show, and thanks to all you motherfuckers for listening out there. I love you all. I love you to bits. I want to kiss you on the lips.
We've already received them, but if you want a whopping, either way, 3 coaching achievement points by hosting a show, contact the commish at once.
And Eric and Bub will be back next week with episode 15 when they'll welcome Coach Brandon McDowell for the coaches interview
Who fucking cares?
and talk to Commissioner in another fantasy football league
Whoa.
who had a WWF themed draft. Goodbye.
Hi, this is founder and CEO of DynastyDispute.com, Bill Green, and this show of the Dynasty Podcast is brought to you by Jube's Family Restaurant. I'm an expert at resolving disputes, so here's a dispute resolution for you. Go to Jube's Family Restaurant. You won't regret it.